What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. I'm going to be getting the preview for the Tennessee Titans game up soon. I'm going to start recording it. I'm kind of going to do another new layout of how I want to do it. And by the way, if it keeps flashing, that is actual lightning. You might be able to hear it. Jeez. Dude, storms in Florida are ridiculous. So if you hear light and thundering loud, the lightning just, I don't know, it's just right in front of my house like constantly for the past 5 minutes. So I might get struck here on camera. So we'll see what happens. But that being said, like I said, I'm gonna try to do a whole new layout of the previews that I do and kind of have a new revamped vibe to them. But today I want to talk about the unofficial depth chart. This is not official, but it's unofficial. Now, there are some things we have to talk about as well. First off, Leonard Williams, his contract got restructured, should clear up $11 million this year. Don't know too much else about that, but that is the case. I believe it kind of it added it. He didn't get necessarily a extension, but he got a void year, so up until 2024. So I don't know how that works. So don't ask me. That being said, also Darius Slayton was excused from practice today, and the last time we saw this was Blake Martinez when he got excused from practice and then was released the following day. Like, check out this depth chart as well. You notice first that Darius Slayton is behind David SILLS. Darius Slayton is behind David SILLS. So that might say one thing, that Darius Slayton is on his way out of here and that he's not in front of David SILLS because of that reason. Because there's no other reason why I would see David SILLS ahead of Darius Slayton at all. I mean, say what you want about Slayton. I'm not the biggest fan of him either, but you got to recognize what he's done with the team, and his skill set obviously trumps David SILLS. So just think about that one. Just think about that one. But honestly, nothing really jumps out to me except Sterling Shepard here. There's a lot of questions I have, actually. But Sterling Shepard is the backup outside receiver on the depth chart, not even backup slot receiver, because this is obviously the slot. So these are the two outsides. And Kadarius Toney here, right? And Sterling Shepard there. So that's interesting to me. Very interesting. Richie James, the backup slot. Obviously, we'll probably see Sterling Shepard out there more as a fourth wide receiver or whatever the case may be, more than a Richie James would be. I still think Sterling Shepard's going to be getting a lot of playing time over Wan'Dale Robinson. I don't know. I don't think Wan'Dale Robinson is ready yet. You're looking at him in the preseason. It didn't look like he was able to create separation, and it looked like he was never able to make any, I guess, moves after the catch, right? He always had 2-yard catches and he was instantly just walloped. So we'll see what happens with Wan'Dale Robinson, but I personally think he's going to struggle. I think we may use him for gadget plays and stuff like that, but I personally think he's going to struggle a bit. So I want to use Sterling Shepard more. The offensive line is not any different. So Ben Bredesen is going to be slated in as the starter for now, with Shane Lemieux on IR and designated to return. I wanted to see Josh Azudu start. I know it's probably not the most thing that makes sense, but we've seen what we get from Ben Bredesen last year, right? So I don't want to see Ben Bredesen again. I want to see Josh Azudu. So that's just me. Our new addition, Tyree Phillips, is backing up here. Devery Hamilton is not the swing tackle. It's going to be Josh Azudu. Well, Devery Hamilton is swing tackling for the right tackle. He's a backup tackle for the right tackle. I don't know. So I guess Josh Azudu is the backup left tackle and Devery Hamilton's backup right tackle. I haven't really seen that before. I usually just see one swing tackle and then the rest are backups. So I don't know about that one. Next, for the running backs, Gary Brightwell is over Antonio Williams. This is weird because Antonio Williams started out as well and behind Gary Brightwell in that first preseason game, and then Antonio Williams was ahead of him. So that's interesting to see. So this is unofficial, like I said, but we'll see what happens with that. Chris Myrick is slated as a running back. I personally think he's going to be used more as an H-back, used as a guy that's in the backfield, and he's going to be a tight end / fullback. I don't think he's going to spend the majority of time at fullback. I think he'll be used as a tight end a bit. I just can't believe we're going into the season with Chris Myrick, Daniel Bellinger, and Tanner Hudson at tight end. It's just crazy to me. But that's all that I really have for the offense. Moving on to the defense. Now, I didn't even take a good look at the defense before I even made this video. I only looked at the offense. So, obviously, nose tackle, defensive tackle Leonard Williams. All right, so this is all obvious to me. Azeez Ojulari as a defensive end. Yep. Kayvon Thibodeau as the rush linebacker. O'Shea behind him. Timon Fox. So, okay. So, this is what I saw. Austin Calitro starting at will linebacker over Micah McFadden. That is interesting to me. Austin Calitro is a seasoned veteran and has been jumping around teams. I know he's still kind of young. He's like 28 years old, but he's a veteran. I want to see what Micah McFadden can do. I hope Micah McFadden gets playing time because I don't really care about Austin Calitro. I don't. If he wants to play well, fine, but I want to see what we get with Micah McFadden. I really don't want to see Austin Calitro. But I'm sorry. I'm trying not to hiccup. And I'm trying not to edit this video as well. So we're pushing through it, okay? We're pushing through it. So Adoree Jackson, Aaron Robinson, and Darnay Holmes. Obviously, those are your starting three corners. And Cordell Flott is the backup for all three of those positions. And then behind him, obviously, is Nick McLeod and Justin Layne, our two newest acquisitions in the backfield of the defense. And then we look at our safeties as well, and we are going to keep 4 safeties on the roster: Julian Love, Xavier McKinney, and Dane Belton, and then Jason Pinnock going ahead and backing up the safety position on both positions. So let's look at our kick returners and punt returners. So punt returner is going to be Richie James. Kickoff returner is going to be Gary Brightwell. What? He wasn't even that good in the preseason. He looks slow. I don't see Gary Brightwell being a good kick returner. I definitely think they should have went with somebody else. I know, obviously, you're not going to put in Kadarius Toney as a kick return. And you're not going to do Adoree Jackson either. He's like the only good part of our defensive backcourt besides Xavier McKinney. I don't know who else you would put out there. I'm trying to look real quick. I mean, just do Richie James. Just put him as a kick and punt returner. Other than that, why would you put Gary Brightwell back there? I don't know. He didn't look good in the preseason returning kicks. So that's just me. Darnay Holmes being the backup punt returner as well. That would be interesting to see. But that is it, guys. That is the unofficial depth chart. Let me know your questions you got in the comment section below. What kind of confuses you the most about this depth chart? What do you like most about this depth chart? What do you hate about this depth chart? The good, the bad, the ugly. Go ahead and give that to me in the comments section. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new. And make sure you guys check out Manscaped for 20% off plus free shipping on your next order with Manscaped, the best in men's below the waist grooming. See, that's what happens when you don't edit. So that being said, guys, I'll be back with the preview soon. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.